how's it going? Ah, it's me, kind of. I wonder... Oh, I wonder if I should tell the stream to, like, lower its FPS in the hopes of getting a more reliable feed. I don't know if that's something I can change while live, though, I'll be honest. Hi everyone. Apparently there was an Arctazol. I think I literally set the stream live, like, in between the notification of there is a Pokemon and the Pokemon escaped. It's a Sword and Shield Pokemon, if you don't know what it is. Yes, I'm streaming earlier than I normally would on this day. There is a reason for that. Yes. It's lovely to see you all. I've missed everybody. I've missed streaming. Arctozolt is one of the abomination fossil Pokemon from Sword and Shield that has the wrong head on the wrong body. I still wish that they had shown us what the proper one was supposed to look like. I think this guy, Dracovish, was weirdly very high in the Sword and Shield meta. Very, very high in the Sword and Shield meta. I'm not entirely sure why. And also Ash had one. Yeah. It's a whole thing. It's because I blocked them from my mind. Yeah, to be fair. I get the inspiration. I just don't think they were executed too well. The idea is because Sword and Shield is based off England and Britain. It's based off the fact that back in the early days of paleontology, British paleontologists would sometimes just stick whatever they could find together to make a skeleton, and they would make really, really bizarre, random hybrid skeletons and be like, that's a dinosaur. So that's what that is inspired by. You find halves of fossils, and the scientist puts them together incorrectly. So, Lord knows the excruciating pain that these creatures are in. As I digress. Yeah, I'm trying to find if there's like a way that I can... Is there like an output setting? General output. Streaming. All of that is grayed out, so I don't think I can change it while I'm streaming. Yeah, I don't think I can change that while I'm streaming. Let's see how the move went. Well, it did, I think, in the grand scheme of things. I'm actually in an office now. I probably still sound really echoey because we haven't got anything like on the walls other than paint. We painted the walls. I got to pick the colours because this is our house that we own. So we got to choose what we painted the walls. And I've painted them, shock, blue, but also purple. I went two-tone. I've got two-tone walls. And Spook has gone for monotone blue. Yeah, he's gone for a slightly darker blue, which the name of the paint that Spook went for was Nordic Sky. And I believe that mine was called New Dawn, which I think is a great name. I love Dawn as I don't know, it's just a nice sounding word kind of thing. I literally have a character called Dawn, and Dawnbringers was the name that we gave the Blood and Sand party. Which is funny because I'm not a morning person. In the slightest. Yeah. Purple is great, yeah, I love purple. I think literally a teeny tiny part of my brain was getting a little bit annoyed that every single Fuzz! Let's go! subscribing! Thank you so much! I still refuse to accept the name. Cool, have fun. I think a teeny tiny part of me was getting annoyed that, even though obviously blue is still my favourite colour, do not worry, and I'm certainly not going to change my name, but it was starting to get to the point where literally everyone was making everything about me blue, and I'm like, I don't want to become a one-dimensional person. I like other things as well, so I've gone for blue and purple. I like both of those colours. But yeah, I was like, I literally said, I was like, I've got a blue phone, and a blue desk mat, and a blue graphics tablet, and a blue mug, and a blue chair, and a blue blanket, and I was like, I'm gonna, if everything in this room becomes blue, I might actually scream a little. So we've got some purple in here to break it up, which is nice. Monitors and computers don't tend to come in blue, so that's fine. So yeah, all of my stuff is black, except for the PC itself, which is white, which is different. But yeah, that's me digressing. I'm still gonna make loads of stuff blue. Obviously, it is my favourite colour still. I think the thing that kind of like made me twitch a little bit was when bless me, we got given a gift, which this sounds so ungrateful. White with rainbow, thank you very much. You're correct. It's got rainbow lights in it. I think the thing that made me twitch a little bit was we got given a lamp. Multiple lamps, in fact, but we got given a lamp when we moved house. And we didn't ask for it, and we don't really need it. And the reasoning was literally, it's blue, we thought you'd like it. And I looked at it and I was just like, I appreciate the gift, but if that is your reasoning, I wish you had thought a bit harder. I can't cut through things that used to announce my presents. Oh no, thank you for reminding me. I toggled those off because we were using the PNG tuber. I toggled those off because we were using the PNG tuber. Hang on, dashboard, hopefully things aren't crashing, but yeah. Isn't here is the internet more stable than it was last time? We're at 72% uptime, which I think last time we literally were at 50% uptime, which was awful. Viewer rewards, points, let me throw things! Go, why are you so aggro all the time? But I'll start increasing the prices. No, I don't want that one. I'm not playing Call of the Lamb. Okay. You'll have to refresh the page. So that's how Twitch works. It was one of my favourites along with red, purple, black and white. Yeah! Yeah. Obviously I love blue and purple. I also generally just like rainbow as a colour thing, just as a spectrum, so I like having the rainbow PC and my glowy rainbow mouse. I also do quite like white. Thank you. I like white as a colour as well, hence the white wings. So yes. I like a variety of colours. I'm not a one-dimensional person, so yeah. So I've painted my room half blue, half purple. My hope, here's the plan, guys. This is the temporary plan. We, in theory, are getting improved internet later this week. We've had to go with a different provider because they were literally the only provider that were promising better speeds than what we currently have. So even though it's a provider we don't like, we are basically being forced to go with them because I literally need internet for my job. So I have to go with them. Red, dark, blue and gold kind of girly. Yeah. I'm quite partial to silver. I guess this just lends into the fact that because I'm an artist of like, sometimes I don't like colours on their own, but I quite like colours as combos. I like colours paired together, but I probably wouldn't go for gold on its own, but I like gold complementing with other things. Dark blue and gold is elite. Funny, you should say that. Yeah. So the hope is that we will have improved internet later this week. We're not up to we're not up to proper stream scheduling yet. I am streaming today because I have work to do. Spook is at work, so this is an opportune time for me to also do work, and I would normally do work at this time anyway. After Spook is back from work, my parents are going to be coming round again. They've been coming around a lot, which I really appreciate because they're helping a lot with lots of things. And that is what they will be doing today. They're coming around to help with more stuff. So we're going to be back to work on the room. So I decided to start the stream early, because if I started at 2, when I normally would, I would probably only be live for about an hour, and then my parents would arrive. So I've opted today to start early and get some work done. Had a good morning. The baby has been cared for, by which I mean Sadie, the gremlin. She is now, she's allowed to wander around the house because things are a bit more settled, so she's not being shut in the kitchen anymore. She's allowed to roam. She can walk upstairs and has managed to several times, but she just seems to prefer not to be fair, because she can go to the living room. And the nice thing about the living room is that there is a little patio that lets the sun in, and she can look at the garden, because we've got a garden now. So we put a cushion, we put a blanket on the floor next to the patio, and that is now her like favourite space to be. She just lives there, sunbathing. She's having a wild time. Yes, and she also occasionally poops on the floor. Naughty. She does occasionally poop on the floor. Alright, what is this bit of blue here? This is not... That's part of the main, apparently. That should not be there. Sounds adorable, yeah. She's being very cute. She's living her life. But she has also pooped on the floor a few times. Which is why at night she is banished to the kitchen. In the flat, because the entire flat was bored. Ah! I was just trying to celebrate stream return. I gotta go back to work. Bye! Bye! I'm also doing work. Bye! And you too, Vaz. Bye! Everybody's leaving me! Everybody's leaving me! Well, fine. Has she found the toilet, or is it a marking thing? I couldn't tell you. She does know where her tray is, because she has used her tray. And she hasn't weed anywhere. Yay! Thank you, V! Thank you, V! Yeah, she hasn't weed anywhere, she's just pooping. So I don't know if it was like, it could, because it could be stress from a new environment. Could be stress. She isn't a male cat, so it's not likely to be a marking thing. Female cats don't tend to do that as much. Right. Yeah. So when I did my stream a couple of weeks ago working on this guy, we got a lot done, basically. And I got some feedback, and the feedback was generally like, yeah, we like it, narrow the snout slightly, which I have done. So I'm basically tidying. So this entire thing was on one layer as the sort of like sketch, so to speak. Turn this off. So this was all on one layer, and this was our like sketch, which looks fine, but obviously you can see it's yeah, I've got slight degrees of shading, but we've got blocky colours and not smooth edges and stuff, and it was all on one layer. So what I've done briefly in the like few moments I've had free on the computer is I started breaking some of them up into bits. So you have like the membranes of the wings separate from the wing arms and stuff. which is basically it's just part of my painting process. It allows me to get sharp edges, essentially. So, like, if I'm blending and blurring the colours of the membrane, I'm not going to blend and blur into the finger prongs because it's on a separate layer. So that's just the process of how I do it. So I haven't fully separated everything out, but the bulk of it has been separated out. The head is like fully separated into parts, mane on a separate layer, head's on a separate layer, horns on a separate layer, eyes on a separate layer. So it makes everything easier to blend. And in fact, the head has already been very, very tidied up quite a bit. There's a little bit there that I have missed, which I'm guessing is on the hair layer. It's not the hair layer. There you go. So the head has been neatened up considerably. In fact, let me go here. I ADHD'd myself. I was in the midst of explaining, and now people have left and they're not going to hear it. But basically, my hope was that when we got the good internet sorted and the stuff that we are planning to do today is done, I can start sorting my room out more permanently, because pretty much the only thing that is set up in this room is the desk and the computer. Because that was like a priority of like, I'll set up the desk and the computer, I can do work. So there's a set of drawers that is empty, there is a shelf that is empty and is not currently screwed to the wall. That's one of the jobs we're doing today. And there's loads of boxes still. So my hope is that if we get the shelf sorted today, and then either tomorrow or the day after the new internet is sorted, that maybe on those days or even at the weekend, I kind of want to do an unpacking stream. I kind of want to turn the webcam on and show you guys the room as I just empty boxes and put stuff on shelves and in drawers, and it's gonna be so ADHD as I like open up something and be like, oh, look at this, and then I sit and talk about it for like 10 minutes. That'd be cool. Yeah, I kind of want to do that. I imagine Spook is frustrated because it means that like I've been putting off unpacking, and Spook is like desperately trying to just be unpacked and settled. He's very good at organising, which all of our friends who know Spook know this. He's very good at organising. Not just rooms, but also like his life and apparently other people's lives. He's always in charge of organising meetups, generally. Like big meetups with loads of people, he pulls his finger out and gets things planned. He's good at it. So his room has been delayed in being organised because my room wasn't organised, because stuff that needed to go in my room but wasn't ready. So now my room has been painted. He's where I come in and ruin his life. No. But yeah, like, so there were 2 sets of shelves that were in this room while we painted his room. His room got painted, and then we could put a shelf in his, but it's like, well, it needed to be taken out of my room in order for my room to be painted. So the set of drawers and the desk and all of that were like crammed into his room and the bedroom. So even though his room was done, he couldn't really use it very well because it was still full of stuff that was mine. So now that his furniture is somewhat solidified as well, we did a bit of shifting around with the shelves. There was talk about me having both shelves and him having 2 drawers. Now we're having a drawer each and a shelf each. So that's been changed around. Mainly the shelves need to be bolted to the walls, because we fill our shelves with a lot of stuff, and I do not trust them to freestand. I have horrible nightmares of them toppling over. So they need to be bolted to the wall, which we'll hopefully be doing today. So, yeah. It's literally just occurred to me that, like, we are going to have to do some furniture shifting, I think. There's a table downstairs, which we are thinking of putting in my room here. The reason it is not here is because it is currently holding all of our cleaning supplies off the floor, because where they would normally be, in a cupboard, has a leak in it, and the plumber is not coming to fix that leak for another 2 weeks. So we don't really have anywhere to put that cleaning stuff. And now I'm here and I'm just like, but I need the table that they are on in this room, otherwise I'm not going to know where the shelf is gonna go. We'll have to discuss that when the parents get here. Maybe we'll take some of the cleaning supplies into the shed, because we have a shed that he could do. The barbarian to his tactician. Ironically, Spook is the one who has played a barbarian. Can't relate in that aspect. I'm the most unorganised person ever, and I don't think I can live organised. I wouldn't say I think, again, I make this excuse all the time, and I feel so bad that I make this excuse all the time, but I think I'm literally like ADHD organised, where it's like, I'm very disorganised, but when the hyper-focus kicks in, I can organise. Like, that's what the unpacking stream will probably reveal. Like, there'll be some items where I'll probably just be like, oh, that can go there, that can go there. And then we'll get to the TCG, and I'm like, no, this has to go in a specific place. This has to go in exactly the right place. So it's like I'm both. It's like I'm both. There we go. I think that looks a bit better. Yeah. So I need to separate the leg out from under the arm, and probably separate the guns as well. So the body like needs separating. So let's make a new folder for the body. In hindsight, I should have just painted all of these parts on separate layers when I was doing the sketch, but I guess I wasn't thinking. We live and learn. So let's drink some of this tea. I went and made and then came and did the stream, so I was like, it'll be too hot to drink at the start, so I can leave it. I'm doing an IRL of that moving in game. Neat. I believe that game is literally called Unpacking. I know where my things are. Everybody else, yes, but why is it all over the floor? That is 100% it. That is 100% it. Well, growing up, Mum would always come in and be like, you need to tidy my room, and I would be like, my room is tidy, I know exactly where all my stuff is. And she was like, no, there's stuff everywhere. And I'm like, yeah, that's where it lives. That's its home. Because my mum is very anti having things on the surface of things. Empty surfaces. I am the opposite. I want stuff on display. I want to be able to see things. That's why as soon as I moved out, I was like, shelves. Give me shelves. My mum hates shelves because she's like, it's just stuff to dust. I'm like, I don't care. I want to be able to. I have all of these things, and I want to be able to see them. I want to see all of my things. It's another one of those things of, in another life my Sona could have been a fox. In another life my Sona could have very easily been a dragon. Because good lord do I hoard. I am a hoarder, and I like to have my hoard on display. Okay, right. That's the wing claw. Because that is a claw. Let's grab, like, this colour here. And this is going to be like a very sharp highlight. Or a penguin they hoard as well. Only certain types of penguin. Which one is it? Is it rock hoppers? Rock hopper penguin. Is it rock hoppers? No, I don't think it is a rock hopper. Penguin gather rocks. Which penguins gather rocks? Gen 2s, apparently. Adelie and Gen 2 penguins, they need the perfect pebble to seal the deal. They live on rocky shores and prize small stones to build their nest during the mating season. There you go. Adelie and Gen 2 penguins gather rocks. We're not too different, really, are they?
Where Pink Diamond spends the rest of her days on this nowhere planet with a bunch.
Look, I found this pretty rock. I came to show it to you and be like, oh, can you show me a pretty rock? Thank you. I have a pretty rock. My mum gave me a pretty rock when I was young and I still have it. Like a pretty white rock that's got, like, I guess, bits of quartz in it because it has a slight shimmer to it. That's all it is. It's literally just a shiny rock. I still have it. I have a pretty rock. The Day 3 technical beta started today and I'm not in yet. I hope they... I know they said they're going to let a few more people in every hour I want to play. Oh! How do you get in? Because Spook will want to play as well. And I'm wondering if I should, like, turn on Spook's computer. Mind you, I don't want Spook's computer downloading a game while I'm streaming because that's going to eat up what limited bandwidth I have. Right, so let's just quickly fill in these gaps in this membrane bit. What are you even saying? I'm the loser of the game you didn't know you were playing. I need to delete and wipe this palette that is down here for personal reasons. Which is a weird thing to say about a palette, but it is true. These colours need to not be here. You know what's wild? I did Guido's retexture for their avatar. I still haven't seen it in person. I still haven't seen Guido's avatar in person, and I'm the one who did it. Because I moved. Lycanroc? Hold up. Hold up. Midnight Lycanroc. I think I have a Midnight Lycanroc. I do have a Midnight Lycanroc. That means I'm going to take a risk. I'm going to use a low catch rate. Poker, catch. I have one of these. It's a low catch rate, but if it works, it's got an increased shiny rate. Oh my god, I caught it, but it wasn't shiny. God damn it! That was my only Cherish Ball. I got 2 Lycanrocs now. Neat. Oh shit, I need to be attempting catches. One of the quests for this week is attempt 30 catches and the reward is an Ultra Cherish Ball. Now that would have been useful to have. Noted. I need to just buy a bunch of Pokeballs. Yay! Oh, I'm the only one who got it! It wasn't shiny. Right, I need to buy a bunch of Pokeballs and just attempt to catch everything, regardless of what it is. I have a lot of money now, so I can do that, because I generate money when I stream. Purchase Pokeball. I would like to buy 10, please. Continue. Purchase 10. Purchase another 10. Thank you. Yeah, I got 24 Pokeballs and a bunch of other types of Pokeballs, so I need to try to catch, like, everything. The Lycanroc I just caught isn't even as good as the one I already had. It's a lower level and it's got worse stats. And I used my Cherish Ball on it. Okay, that's enough distraction for that. So this is why I'm putting these a bit, because if you see, the edge starts to blur. Don't want that. What a beautiful wedding. What a beautiful wedding. Says bridesmaid to waiter. I chime in with a haven't you people ever heard of? Closing the goddamn door. No. Great. My own reference available there. I chime in. Haven't you people ever heard of? That's how it be. Shinies generally have lower stats. It wasn't shiny though, Core. It didn't work. It didn't work. I caught it. It wasn't shiny. Angry. Thank you for the health check. Save. Chime in with haven't you people ever heard of? Closing the goddamn door, no. I chime in, haven't you people ever heard of? Right, I think what I'm gonna try doing is literally like erasing this whole thing and then doing it in one line. So like, if that's where our end is. I chime in, haven't you people ever heard of? Again. I hate that Streamlabs is just consistently like, your frames are dropping, your frames are dropping, your frames are dropping. You're like, I know! I know! Try lowering your bitrate. I don't think I can lower the bitrate while I'm streaming. No, I don't believe I can. I'd love to be. I wish I could drop the frame rate because I can see that it's consistently trying to maintain a 60 FPS. And I'm like, if I could drop that to 30, we might do better. Ooh. I made a stew this morning in the slow cooker. It smells good. It is cooking away. The smell is drifting upstairs. It smells so good. Here's our start point. I hate emails sometimes. I got an email from Steam and I was hyped as it was hopefully be beta access, but it was a notification that some of the games were discounted. Oh no, heartbreaking. Yeah, we've been here for like... I was about to say 2 weeks. Has it been 2 weeks? Are we on week 3? When did we fucking move? I should write it in the calendar so I can check. It's been 3 weeks, hasn't it? Because we're in August now. Wait, has it been 4? Has it been a month? It's currently Wednesday. Last week is when I got to go to the theatre. The week before that was Das's birthday, which we couldn't go to because of the move and Spook Stag Night. And Spook Stag Night wasn't the weekend we moved, so we moved out on the 7th? We moved out on the 7th, and it's the 2nd. It's nearly been a month. What the fuck? 2 weeks and some days. It's been a bit longer than that, Stanji, I think. Or was it the 14th? No, because the meetup for Das's birthday was after their birthday, not before it. So it's been 3 weeks. We moved out on the 14th. 1, 2, 3, and then... So it's been 3 weeks, and 3 weeks and a bit. 4 weeks this Friday. See, this is the thing, is that part of the reason I don't stream in the like this time normally is that I would probably have to stop now for lunch. But because of all the stuff I was doing in the morning of like the stew and all of that, I didn't actually have breakfast until like 11. So I'm not really hungry for lunch. Which is quite normal for me, like... You know, I have a slightly later sleep schedule. I stay up later, so I wake up later, which means I have breakfast later. As I said, it normally isn't a problem. If I have breakfast later, it's fine. It's often why at the start of streams at 2 o'clock I am eating lunch. So, I was off by a week, but it isn't a full month yet. That's still crazy. That's still crazy to me. There's our start point, and that's our end point. We're swapping the jank lines out for smooth lines. Pour some sugar on me. My mother texted me and was like, we can try cleaning the windows today. And I'm like, oh god, yeah, that's a thing we have to do now. Never bothered in the flat. So yeah, it'd be easy for me to explain when they're here, but yeah, I'm gonna probably explain to people of like all of the mountain of stuff that is on the table in the kitchen. We might need to move, because if that shelf is being bolted to the wall, we need to make sure that there is enough room for the table. And we can measure it, but it's me, and I feel like I would be more happy if I just had the table where it was gonna go. Then I know how much room I'm working with. And hello, Momola, I need to catch everything, regardless of what it is. Coca, catch. I want to catch everything, regardless. If I succeed or not, it does not matter. I am trying to complete a quest. What happened, but I really heavily regret not having that 1 week off to help you guys out with the rooms and things in general. Oh, Stanji, don't be silly. You were loads of help. You were so much help. Don't even think like that. I think we made great time. I don't think we could have got things done any faster because of how much we have to wait. Considering, like, you know, with stripping walls and painting things of, like, you know, you've got to wait for them to dry. I don't think we would have got things done any faster. And to be fair, the one day where we didn't do anything, I think it was good that we didn't do anything. I think Spook needed to stop. I think Spook needed a break. Oh, didn't catch it. Oh well. Fine with the base getting a little bit thicker because that's where the muscle is. And that looks alright. I don't wanna know. Things I don't really mean, no. I've just realised now that I did not warm up, but I think I am thoroughly warmed up now. Baby, don't think twice.
If you want to take it to an even higher level, all you gotta do is say the word, you know I'll follow. If you want to take it to an even higher level,
I don't mind.
want to make it happen, nothing's impossible. All you gotta do is say the word and walls will crumble.
Ain't no gaps in the membrane, that's good.
I want you for
Cross the line. Don't think twice, baby, don't think twice. Kiss me twice. Yeah, I did change a setting to be like 30 FPS, and that has not changed on my thing, so evidently that's not the setting I need to change in order to do that, so I'm guessing that I can't change it now that I'm live. But hey, give it a day or two and it might not be a problem anymore, fingers crossed. I'm sorry I ADHD'd, I know I shouldn't have gone on Twitter, but look! This says, can't wait to let loose in Paleo Pines on September 28th. Which dinosaur are you most looking forward to befriending? This is Velociraptor Archaeopteryx! My favourite little guy! They're so little! Look at them in the size of the grass! Oh, I want to play this game so bad! They're so good! The raptor! Oh my god, I want to play this game so bad! Ah! Let's neaten this. Didn't have it done, but I always had a vision. Always had high, high hopes. Ah, me theme. Hello! Ah, I've been boxed. Let me see! Hello! Hi! My apologies for stream quality. We have recently moved and are still getting set up. But I hope you are doing well. Nice to see you. Wi-Fi is dying on me. Ah! Oh no, I've got bad internet. You've got bad internet. Hold hand. Always had high, high hopes. Stay up on that rise and never come down, oh. Yar, yar, yar. Pirate noises. Had to have high, high hopes for a living. Shooting for the stars when I couldn't make a killing. Didn't have a dime, but I always had a vision. Always had high, high hopes. Okay, I think those have been neatened nicely. I'm maybe not too happy with this thumb still. Maybe like I need to have a little dip in here and then come back out again. It's a bit extreme, but yeah. Just checking. Just checking. What are people up to? doing on this fine day? I keep having to double check what day it is, because the move completely destroyed my sense of time. Let's be honest, guys. I mostly use streaming to remind myself what day it was. So, if I stop streaming for a few weeks, no idea what the day is. No idea. Just got back home working still. Oh, but at least it's nice to work from home. In the comfort of your own room. That's what I enjoy. It means you can make a cup of tea. I will resist the urge to go make another one. I literally just had one, and also my parents will be around for long, which means I will definitely be having a cup of tea then. I'm waiting till the call line in the local medico centre is open so I can get a date for when I can start HRT now that I got my certificate from the therapist. Ah, yes! It's not open yet? Because, like, here, like, trying to get a call to see a doctor is, God, just the worst, because it's just so clogged, because it's the NHS. So that is you gotta be awake at 8 o'clock, and you need to be ringing at 8 o'clock when the line's open. It's like, what? It's nearly 2 for you, and they're not open? Okay, let's have a think about how we're doing this now. Concentrate. Get the shading in. I went and found a brush specifically for this commission to get like this slight texture in, and it's like really nice for it, so I'm glad I did. A Medicham! I need to catch it. Catch. A fancy ass kettle. The call times are between 14:17. I called it like 10 minutes ago at 14:07 and the line wasn't open. I guess try again at past. Ooh, I only got in at the tail end there. That count? Attempted catches. 3, it did count. I need to make this a sharp edge because that is where the muscle is coming from. Like that. That's a sharp edge. This is also a sharp edge. Blah. It comes down like that. Against sharp edge against the dark, which then blurs out at that point. I was a drab little crab once. Because I'm beautiful, baby. What a terrible performance. Get the hook. You don't swing it like you used to, man. I'm now just sat here just like, wait, is this brush mirror? Ah! It does, okay. Panic! Calm. Big question that will determine the fate of the universe. 42. Your armor's just not hard enough. Sweet, salty, or buttered? Butter. Butter. And salt if the butter isn't salted. Butter, yeah. Butter and salt. Very slight gradation because the membrane is thin. It is a thin layer of skin. And also helps pinpoint the edge of the fingies. So let's get the transparency put on there. Just very slight, very slight. A little touch, not much. A little touch. Oh my god. Part of the reason we're getting that table put in this room is so that I can do traditional art more without, like, the worry of getting stuff over my computer and all of that. And then I just thought of, like, what if I did a Bob Ross stream? Because I could do that, because the table is, like, going to be next to the computer desk, but, like, you know, so, like, I could string a camera along the back so that I can film the traditional desk, but if I were to spill paint, it wouldn't be anywhere near my keyboard or my mouse or my monitors or my drawing tablet or the PC. It would be on separate. It'd be aware. we thought that was the thought, like, months ago was the thought of, like, oh, I could have an actual, like, table for traditional art, and then if the feeling ever took me, I could stream to traditional art. Yeah, smooth that edge. Smooth edge. Wait, no, I want this edge to, like, go downwards. I want this to be a concave, not convex. Which means I'm probably gonna have to redo these markings. This brush is also symmetrized, because that was the thing I learned, is that sometimes in this program you'll turn on symmetry, but the symmetry actually doesn't always apply to every brush, and I learned that the hard way, and I was like, oh no. Maybe I should do the white markings on a different layer. That would probably be better. White markings. And we are going to clip you. Layer settings, clip to layer below. You'll know what power is when we are done.
You're playing with the big boys now.
Playing with the big boys now.
Every spell and gesture tells you who's the best. You're
Playing with the big boys now. By the might of Horus, you will kneel before us, kneel to our splendorous power. Butter and popcorn bangs harder than an atom bomb. Hell yeah. What was it I had once? I think once it was somebody, I think maybe it was my brother, made popcorn with butter. and they sprinkled on a little bit of salt and also a little bit of paprika. I think that was it. Ooh, I wonder how popcorn with like a peri salt would be. Oh right, the edging of the wings is actually white. Why is this layer not mirrored?
Days pass, and this emptiness
I forgot. What's the best way for me to do this? Way to duplicate the whole layer.
in my car. But whichever way I go, I come back to the place you are.
Clip. Layer settings.
All my
Clip to layer.
instincts
White.
turn, and the
Markings.
so soon
This is actually the first time I've done an entire picture like with symmetry on. But it's given the prompt, it felt like the right thing to do. In your eyes. There we go.
I am complete in your eyes. I see the doorways of 1,000 churches. The resolution of all the fruitless searches. Oh, I see the light and the heat. Oh, I wanna be that complete. I wanna touch the light, the heat I see in your eyes.
A dust skull? Fair enough. Catch all the things.
Like to see so much,
I'm gonna drink some of this water, because I finished the tea.
so much wasted, and this moment keeps slipping away.
I'm gonna go for an hour and a half, give or take, so I'm actually gonna stand up and stretch my legs and nip to the bathroom.
For our survival,
I'm gonna give myself a stretch to look after myself.
my time
I will be back in a few minutes. I will see you guys then. Break screen. There we go. Bye!
instincts, they return.
did in fact go get a tiny snack. I'm not hugely hungry, but I have gotten a tiny snack. I'm sure when my parents come around, tea and biscuits will be provided. I had such a bruh moment right now. Remember how I said the call time today would be between 14 and 17? Well, I thought it was Tuesday. For some reason, those call times are for Monday and Tuesday. Thursday, it turns out it is actually Wednesday. Oh no! Are they even open today, or do they just have different times? Bruh. Yes, Streamlabs, I know my frames are dropping. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I am aware. Right, I'm gonna sit and munch on this snack for a second. Got some chisps. It's the salt and vinegar ones which Spook hates me eating. Hates salt and vinegar with a passion. And you can taste it on me when I've had it. And it's funny because when we were first dating, I was such a baby to spice that if he'd had a hot curry, I wouldn't let him kiss me. And he was like, "Why?" And then I had a bag of salt and vinegar crisps, and he was like, "Oh no, get away from me!" I was like, "This is why. This is how it is to me when you have a hot curry." And he's like, "Okay, I understand." Except now I don't mind as much, but he still hates salt and vinegar. They got times between 8 and 10 every weekday, but I specifically didn't want to call the afternoon, so I didn't do it during those times. Oof. Hello, first time chatter. Welcome on in. This is a very cute emote. Hi. I'm just having a snack. How you doing today? Yum, 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 yum. Crunchy. Welcome to Crisp ASMR stream. When you're fun, I should be doing work for school, but here I am watching other people draw on Twitch. Well, thank you. You should probably do your schoolwork, but I am much the same. When I was in school, I would also watch people on Twitch. So I can relate heavily. I'm liking the progress on this picture so far. Alright guys, I've almost finished my chisps. I was just looking with the background. Not bad. Oh, Rookie D. Thank you for saying cute emoji. I made it. Oh my god, you made that? That's awesome. Hey, yo. I love that. There we go. Okay. Chisps consumed. I'm quickly gonna rinse my fingers in the sink, which is just next door, so I won't be a sec. Ah, there we go. That has filled a gap. Go. Get my chair back into the desk. There we go. Hey, you got the Rocky D, nice. Streamer commissioned me to do their emojis. Oh, sick! Now there's an S, so I can't hear anything. Sorry, I need ads to live. Alright, let's get back on with this. These markings are fairly random. Drawing looks really great so far. The background reminds me of the Nether. Oh, I can see that. I can see that now that you say it. Yeah, thank you. This is a commission. And bless them, they've been so patient. Because I moved. Oh, and thank you for the follow. Thank you very much. I moved house recently, so I had to put a lot of work on hold. And this person has been ever so sweet in waiting for me to finish moving. But yeah, I'm hoping to be back to my regular streaming schedule now that the move is a bit more completed. Before I moved, I streamed basically every day except Saturday. So I hope to see you more in the future. I will be streaming throughout the week. Apparently my internet, we're on a temporary internet provider. The stream is not normally this laggy, I will say. New internet is being installed as well, because that is part of the moving process. Listen, I've already had someone else inquire about a commission, and I literally said to them, I was like, I'm moving house right now, so I can't. And they're like, it's okay, I'll just commission you when you're done. And I'm like, ah, I love you, thank you. Crystal, hi, sweetie, how are you? Did you compete in this year's art fight? No, because I knew I was going to be moving, and it was good of me not to. Because, yeah, I moved on... We established this earlier in the stream. I moved on the... What was it? 14th? I moved on the 14th last month. So that was 2 weeks into Art Fight, but obviously the week before I was getting ready to move. So I would have had 1 week of time that I could have taken part in Art Fight. So even though I wanted to, I sensibly held off, and it is a good thing I did, because I wouldn't have had any time to do any art with the move. I want to do it next year, though. I have a goal now of, like, I want to do next year's Art Fight, because I missed this year's. is our reference over here. Just a lot of things to get ready for this month. Ooh. Do you have an Artfight profile then? I do not. I didn't even make one. You can do exclamation mark Twitter, and I have various other socials that you can follow me on. If you look down below, there's a link to my link tree. I got Baldur's Gate 3 tomorrow and Guild Wars 2 expansion in a few weeks. Oh my god, yes! I am hyped for both of those games! I was saying this to a friend last night. It's going to be so funny because I'm going to be streaming Guild Wars when the new expansion comes out, but I won't be playing the new expansion because I need to catch up. And the move slowed my progress horrendously. Well, also, while we're talking about social media, because the Bird app is going a bit tits up at the moment, I have made a Instagram and accordingly a Threads, because the two go hand in hand, for Skywolf, which is the art one, the art side. So of my two Twitters, Blue Skywolf is me and just me talking about my day, and Skywolf is art, purely just art, for those who are not interested in the ramblings. So I have made matching Instagrams. I haven't posted on them yet because moving, but they exist. You can search for them. And I will gradually be updating them now that the move is a little bit more settled. And my hope is to maybe get onto the Blue Sky app that people have been talking about. Also, haha, funny name. But obviously you gotta get an invite code for that, and I don't know a single person personally who is on there, so I can't try to filch an invite code off somebody. The only thing I know about Baldur's Gate is the funny Druid Naughty scene that went viral, and for that alone I'm curious what the game is like. So, me and my friends have been avidly following Baldur's Gate 3 basically since it was announced, because Baldur's Gate 3 is being made by a studio called Larian Studios. And Larian Studios made Divinity Original Sin 1 and 2. And the reason we were avidly following it was before Baldur's Gate 3 was announced, a lot of people, you know that how D&D sort of like took off and became very popular? We were part of that. We also got heavily into D&D. We're going to be playing D&D on the channel at some point in the future. And Divinity Original Sin, we all sort of said as a friend group, and was like, this is the closest video game experience that is like playing D&D, in how like you can creatively combo things and try things out, and how like you can just do silly stuff but also very serious stuff. And we were like, yeah, it's great. We were like, Divinity Original Sin 2 is the closest comparison to a D&D video game, including the D&D video games that already exist. And then Wizards of the Coast, I guess, read our minds, and they hired Larian Studios, the people who made Divinity Original Sin, to make Baldur's Gate 3. So they literally were like, do what you did with Divinity and slap a D&D skin on it. And we were like, oh my god, this is gonna be the perfect D&D game. And we saw the trailer and we were super hyped for it because we know a lot about D&D lore. And by lore I mean the lore of the Forgotten Realms, which is like the official campaign setting. Obviously you can use your own in D&D because you can do whatever you want. But that's what the game is set in, it's set in the Forgotten Realms. So we were really just hyped for what we saw. So we've been following development of it since day one as people who really like D&D. So yeah, it looks great. I actually have access to the game early access, but it was gifted to me by a friend, which I'm grateful for. I have not played it because I was like, I just want to play it when the game is ready. I want to play the final product. So I own it and I have not touched it. Someone still needs to play Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. The games are not sequential, okay? It's like Final Fantasy. They're not sequential. I dare you, also 1 and 2 kind of is. 3 separate, but it has nice 2 knows. What? I'm pretty sure that 3 is separate. It's a totally different dev studio for a start. But yeah, it looks cool. I literally played like I did like 2 streams of Divinity Original Sin. Like 3 years ago, before I was a full-time streamer. I should go back to it, but I guess there's not really a market for it right now because it would just be like, play Baldur's Gate! Also, thank you for the save reminder. Right, blur. Not motion blur. Blur, misclicked, Gaussian. There we go. That looks about right. And let's lock that layer. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of this one. Nope, that's the wrong layer! Hello, Galaxia, how are you doing today, friend? Lovely to see you as always. It has lore and stuff if you know from 1 and 2 make more sense, but there's no need to play 1 and 2. Well, yeah, that's because, again, it's because it's set in the Forgotten Realms, which is the official setting, which we already reasonably know a decent amount of lore about that. Excuse me while I catch this Pokemon. Especially since I listened to The Legend of Drizzt, which is also set in the Forgotten Realms. I have learned a lot of lore about the Forgotten Realms from listening to those books. They're good books, by the way. Let's go! Thank you, Gelatinous Friend, for the tier 3 sub. Thank you so much! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. The subs really mean a lot at the moment, having just moved house. I know I keep saying it every 10 minutes, but it's a thing that happened. We bought a house and we moved and it's a big thing, and now we have no money. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Lovely to see you too, Val. I'm in the midst of a writing rush. Also, I'm guessing this is Baldur's Gate stuff. Don't worry too much about 1 and 2, but do play them because they are very good. Yes. Yes, me, Spook, and Stanji were going to play through 1 and 2 when 3 got announced. We were like, we've never played them. Well, Stanji's played them, but me and Spook were like, we've never played them, so we were going to play through them. And then that quickly fell off. That very quickly fell off. And now 3 is basically here. Okay, I think our membrane is done, so let's go back to, like, detailing these limbs. Someone is always bloody busy and it's not the men. Look! I have to... I do not work a 9-to-5 job, okay? I am a freelance artist and streamer. If I am not constantly doing work, I don't earn money. And we need money to live, because we just moved house. Oh no, I've got smudges on my screen that is making this hard to see. There. Wipe screen. Wipe screen. Cleaning the chat. You stinky. Why are you so stinky? They're fantastic, but they use Thaco, which means they're terrible. What? I'm head out for now, but have the rest of the evening. Bye, V! I hope the rest of your day goes well. Thank you for coming. There we go. Not stinky, I just wash you stinky! There we go, nice and clean. Thank you. Ugh. Thank you, Core, for the subs. Stands to hit armor class 0. Okay. I don't fully know what that means, even though I do know what I know what to hit is, and I know what armor class is, but that phrase put together doesn't fully register in my brain. But thank you for the subs. It's very much appreciated and very much needed. Wow. I'm only here to troll with kindness. See you later. Ah! Thank you. Fact Zero doesn't register in mine either, but it's bad as silly and stinky. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Baby, don't you lose my number. You are not anywhere, and I can't find you. Second edition armor went down instead of up, so to hit AC 0 you needed to hit high. Oh, right. But also, 3 of my favourite games use it, so Enhanced Edition made the games easier so that you can experience the story, which I like. Hey, I believe we do have the Enhanced Edition. So we did start playing through them. I knew my mum was going to say that. My mum messaged me today and was like, oh, we can try cleaning the windows. And we were like, and then I was like, sure. And then half an hour later I looked out the window and was like, oh, next door are having their windows washed. That's a coincidence. And now she's just responded to be like, oh, you should make inquiries. He's already left. I don't think he's left. He's already left. I'll have to get him next time. And if she complains, I'll just be like, I was doing work for the first time in like 3 weeks. Because I have a paying customer waiting. Very patiently waiting, bless them. Window cleaning encrypted. To me, it was a lot of paperwork. Anyway, I actually got it wrong now. Bye. Bye, Core. Thank you again. Thank you. And the number updated. Yo. Yeah, I only played, I played 3.5, and I was like, oh, this is a lot to manage. Like, it's so funny looking back that, like, when we tried 3.5, there would be evenings where, like, everybody was available, and the DM would be like, do you want to play D&D? And some of us would be like, nah, we're not in the mood for it. But when we play 5e, it's literally just like, I can play the next game. I'm gonna play the next game. No evidence was found. Just funny how things change, huh? have a love-hate relationship with 3.5 and in turn Pathfinder. I love the intricacy, I hate the crunch. Yeah, God, yeah. I think that is the thing of, like, I never played Pathfinder, but I did get invited to play a game, and I went through the whole process of making the character, and then we never even had a session one. And there was a lot to character creation. It was pretty cool how, like, intricate I could get my character at level 1, considering that in 5e, if you have an idea for a character, you kind of want to be getting to, like, level 3. You want to be getting your class choices, maybe multi-class a little if you want, maybe even getting a feat at level 4. So the customization was great, but oh my god, was it a slog. I saw complaints on Twitter of people being like, you know, like, oh, you act like, people say that 5e is really accessible, like, filling in the character sheet isn't like doing your taxes, and I'm like, bitch, have you ever done a Pathfinder character? Fucking hell. Like, yes, character creation is complicated. I feel like that's kind of unavoidable in games of that magnitude. Like, yeah, character creation in Fate is really simple because you just have a series of character character descriptors, basically. But Fate's system is so... I don't want to say basic, but basic is kind of the word. I guess because basic is basically is used as an insult these days. I'm not using it as an insult. It is far more simple, because it's basically you just roll the dice and you either add a positive or a negative and that's it. It's like, of course D&D is more complicated, it is a more complicated system. There are rules. So, you know, the character creation has to be more complicated to match those complicated rules. That's part of why we like 5e. The world goes on another day, another drama. Me who only has one OC at all, lol. Oh my god, don't even start. Don't even start. I was talking about Toy House on Twitter yesterday because I actually opened up my Toy House for the first time in a while, and I was like, man, I need to update this. Because, spoilers, there was a Twitter thing which was like, what classes have you played? And for me, it was all of them, bar 2. And I'm like, I gotta be fixing that. So, yeah, look, I've got a bunch of characters here that aren't even D&D characters. Look at all those chickens! I need to, like, the bare basic, I need to, like, get profile pictures for all of these people. You can see how I was, like, going through the process of making them all proper little profile pictures, because they've all got these matching rings. Look at all those chickens! I love my birds. I love my birds. Eerie! I love Viri's Hero Forge model. Look at this shit! I love this so much. Another Pokemon. Oop, that is number 1, not an exclamation mark. There we go. I can understand how 5e's character sheet is complex, but also so much of it can be ignored. Many other games are not that lenient. Yeah. You just, look, at the end of the day, you basically just need your modifiers, which is, you know, if you want to get into it, it's picking your race and rolling 46. 46 6 times. There's your base stats, there's your modifiers. You can go from there. You can go from there. I'm excited because at the end of the month I finally get to play my Under Cowboy Bard. Oh my god, that sounds amazing! Hey yo! Galaxia, do you want Toy House? Do you want a place to store your toys? Because the nice thing about Toy House is they're great. I mean, it's basically built for character profiles. So if you look at Kirok, Kirok is probably my best example. You put in information and stuff like this. You can put the art in, but the neat thing, which is nice, is like you can put art in, but you can actually like credit, you know, you can credit who made the art. Yeah, so I've linked to Frog here because Frog did these pictures for me. It's not an art website. It's not like DeviantArt, so you're not taking credit for any of the stuff. It's just it's literally like a place to store your characters. Tony did this artwork, so it's neat because as I said to people like Das when I was getting Das into it, it's like if you want to commission someone for artwork, you just send them this page because it has all the information and all the references. And then you can put your commissioned artwork in this as well. Yeah, and you can use these pages are CS compatible. So hang on, if I go to people I'm following, God, this person has put so much art. Oh, let's go to Sky's page. I love Sky. Look, they've got it all like fancy. They got like aesthetic pictures, and then there's the gallery at the bottom. So like you can mess around with these. Who else am I following? My profile is so basic. Look, it's got Blue! I got Blue on here! Blue's bio, all the art that I've got of Blue. Look at these! I need to update this as well. Look at this picture. Birthday! Birthday picture! Ah, good times. Yeah. Basically, Toy House, much like the Blue Sky thing, is invite only. I've got some invites though. So I can send you an invite and you can have a play around. But yeah, as you can see sort of here, it has CS enabled, which if you know how to do, you can do some pretty cool looking stuff. I'm trying to find a really good example. So this one's got like these fancy bars like put in. Yeah. Name, gender, class, all of that. Bio, likes and dislikes, traits, relationships. You can link to other characters within Toy House. Oh yeah, that's the cool thing as well. Kirok's page is probably the best example for this. If I go back to characters. Dungeons and Dragons. Now you go to Kirok. You got the gallery there with 9 pictures. You also got links. You can link to other characters, including characters that are not yours. So Kirok is linked to Tien and to Kika, who are my characters, but Kirok is also linked to Glory, which is Curl's character. And you can go look at them, and there's Glory's page. And there is a library section. You can post fics if you want. You can post fics. It's a great website. I should use it more. And it is invite only, and I have invitations for it. So I will try to remember off stream to generate a code. Excuse me. I will try to remember off stream to generate a code. Might even put the new tuber on there. Yeah, that's a great place for it. It's still a character. So I've got D&D characters on there, but I also have characters that I just made that were characters Blues on there, as you saw. I've got my MMO characters are on there. My Guild Wars character has a page. My WoW character has a page, and I haven't played WoW in ages. My FF character has a page. It's a neat little place to just keep things organised. And that is our interlude for today. Right. So in terms of pieces, I think our head is like nice and refined, and the wings are now nice and refined. So now we're doing the body, which is the big bit. We've got a big bit to do on the body. Also, I think Spook may be home. Spook is in fact home. So I'm gonna message my mom and just inquire when we are expecting them. When can we expect you? If you don't mind, Galaxia in. If you can think of anyone else though, please let them in. Oh, that was literally what my tweet was about yesterday. I literally tweeted out last night to be like, yo, any mutuals want a code? Because I've got a couple. I don't just have one, I've got a couple that I can give out. I only had one person take me up on it, and I had one person who I didn't know who they were, who wasn't following me, and I'm like, you're not a mutual, I don't know who you are. I'm not giving you a free thing. But yeah, I had only one person take me up on it, so feel free. Feel free. Yes, Spook is home. I can hear him coughing. He still has a cough. You know, it's probably time sadly, I think it is time to dismiss the cobble. They've been sat there for like 2 months now. I think it's run its course. I think after this stream, I will probably delete the cobble banner. I'll find a way to return the favour. Oh, don't be silly! Don't be silly, friend. You're good. You're Gucci. You gave me $10 for a Star Wars. You're good. Alright, let's duplicate this layer. So let me, hang on, I'm going to turn the head off and I'm going to turn the wings off. I want to separate these parts out. So I've got the mane separate. And the arms do link to the body, that's fine. I want to separate the legs and maybe the guns. So let's... Where am I looking? Duplicate. Legs. Oop, that's way too big. This is also a good time for me to get the guns separate. Pathetic. Poor unfortunate souls in pain, in need. A beam salute for the cobble, yes. My head says that it might be time to maybe make another one. You know, in between commissions. Yeah, I've got this commission, and I had Kazoo approach me for a commission as well. If my queue stays empty after that, I'm toying with making another base, something new.
It's happened once or twice. Someone couldn't pay the price. I'm afraid I had to rake 'em across the course. Yes, I've had an odd complaint, but on the whole, I've been a saint. To those
Those poor unfortunate souls. Right, I'm going to duplicate the legs layer because they still have the guns on them. And then that can be our gun layer. Guns. Not all that impressed with conversation. True gentlemen avoid it where they can. Yeah, because here, this is like this scaled appling has overlapped onto the gun, which is why I need to separate them out. Go ahead, make your choice. I'm a very busy man, you know I haven't got all day. It won't cost much, just your voice. You've got to pay the toll. Take a gulp and take a breath and go ahead and sign the scroll. Straight edges on the gun. Now, because of layering, the hands will go over the gun, so it means that I can sort of, like, paint that out. I'm going to turn the background off so that I can see it clearly. So many things lately, you are me. Oh, and said, don't get me wrong, I love you. What does that mean? I have to walk farther? Wrong lyric. Right, let's just cut that like there. No, I don't think life is quite that simple. When you walk away, you don't hear me say, please, oh baby, don't go. Simple and clean is the way tonight. It's hard to let it go. I remember when I was doing the sketch, I was sat here painting this gun, and I was like, me, a Brit who has never seen a gun in real life and doesn't play FPS games. I know what guns look like, right? You walk away, you don't hear me say, please, oh baby, don't go. You're making me feel tonight. It's hard to let it go. The eternal curse with me, it's fashion, just very, yes, this is a look and it's just a scarf and a cape, flowy equals good, right? You are correct! Flowy does equal good. I also don't know anything about fashion. This is one of those things where I'm like, I look at my character designs and it's like, yes, I like them, but I also wish they were better. And it's like a lot of my character designs are very simple and I like that, but like sometimes I will see like adopts or something You know, of artists being like, oh, here's a design I've done that's up for adoption, and I look at the designs and I'm like, damn, those designs are so good. I wish my designs were like that. But whenever I come and I know it's like, you know, it's the typical stuff of, you know, you gotta practice and you gotta get references. I know all that. It's just wishful thinking. Simple is honestly very nice. Yeah. Yeah. Blue is essentially two colours, which is sky blue and white wings. You know, I added a bit, there's a bit of a, I did add like gradient to her chest to essentially help break it up, because being one flat colour essentially just didn't look right. But I've never really felt a huge need to give her markings, even though I see personas and things that have markings and I go, oh my gosh, they're so pretty, I love them. But I've never felt a desire to change Blue's design. Right, so now I want to erase these. This is where it gets interesting, because the hand is over the gun, but the belly is under the hand. I'll have to think carefully about this.
Santa Claus, huh? Ooh, I'm really scared. So you're the one that everyone's talking about.
1A is very, haha, jacket. I have to model their jacket, oh no. Just orb, we like the orb. Yay! Friend-shaped. Spherical. See, this is why I needed to separate these out, because I'm literally looking at this and I'm like, where is the arm and where is the leg? Whoa! 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 I'm the Oogie Boogie Man. I just realised that I don't have to be too accurate with this because it's on the layer under. Excuse me. It's much more fun, I must confess, when lives are on the line. That'll do just fine. Hello! He has brought me a mug of tea. How's it going, love? Still coughing. Mwah. Love you. Give kiss. Give kiss. Give kiss. Smooch. Give. Mwah. Thank you. Love you. Love you. Says they might be leaving in 5 minutes. If I know my family, that probably won't actually be accurate. Oh yeah, I'm just thinking now, weirdly. I have to go until later. Bye! Thank you for being here. I hope to see you again. Have a good day. It was nice meeting you. I'm just thinking, Alexia. With regards to Orb, in Blender, let me give you a little tip. You might already know this. I don't know. Oof! I just got a sudden. Oof! I just got a sudden like stomach pain. That should not be happening. That's weird. Let me give you a little tip. I welcome all knowledge. I am smooth egg. In some cases, so you obviously want to make Orb, and in Blender you can just make a sphere. Now, for like the eyes of the kobold, I did just use a pre-generated sphere because that was fine for what I needed. But in the case of a character, just so you are aware, if you make a pre-generated sphere in Blender, then the polygons go round almost like beach ball fashion, like this. So the polygons go like this, and they come to a point. You get me? So by default, it will look like that. In certain scenarios, what will actually be better is for you to start with a cube, which I know sounds bizarre, but you start with a cube, and instead you then divide it and you smooth it down a bunch of times until you get a sphere. And the reason for that is that you don't get these pinch points here. Because these pinch points, because, you know, when you come to flatten the sphere out for a texture, your texture is getting pinched at this bit here, which can lead to warping in certain scenarios. And it very much depends on what you do and don't want to do. So, like, for the kobold eye, I wanted to have this kind of, like, pinching thing happening, because it was convenient for me to literally have these rings, because I could literally have that ring be the pupil and this ring be the iris, and then I can have those rings move in and out to have the pupil going larger. Maybe I should just open Blender, since I'm committing to explaining this. That's my plan. I want to avoid pinching, and I'm going for a low poly look anyway. Yes, 100%. Delete cube. And then we re-add. Mesh cube. Add cube. I know how to do this. I've already forgotten. This is the thing with Blender, is I forget things and then I have to remember what I'm doing. Give me a moment. Oh dear, why can I smell burning toast? There we go. There you go. This is then better because you don't have pinching points. You have flattened out areas. Spherical. There you go. There's a little tip for you. But, so for me to go back through that again. So we made our cube. We went into edit mode. And we went into the context menu and we went for subdivide. That popped up this little thing here. I turned the smoothness up to 1, which is the maximum. So I turned smoothness up to 1. And then I upped the number of slices, the number of cuts. Everything else is just like messing around with things, but I mean, there you go, there's already a low poly sphere for you. And then if you want, you can shade it smooth. You can shade flat. So there you go. So you don't end up with pinching. But if I was to try to make, if I was using this for my kobold eye, it would be a little more awkward. And plus, because of how the eyes work, it's like, you know, these back faces, if these were inside the head, I delete them to save on poly count, because you would only see the front. But in the case of the eye, it's like, well, I don't want this polygon to be square, because it is very, very round. So, as with everything, it's a case-by-case basis, but you do you, basically. There you go. Here endeth the lesson. Delete layer. I am become learned. I love that you have Bardic emotes. Bardic had a subathon for like the last week and they're still going. But I know for a fact that the reason that you have that is because I have raided into them. Many a sub has been gifted to Bardic this week. I might actually raid into Bardic when I finish, because I'm probably gonna be going. If my parents are on their way, then we will be finishing in like half an hour. Takes about half an hour to get here. Well, they haven't left yet, so shock and horror. I've known about Bardic for a bit. They're a very lovely soul. Yes, they are! They're very sweet. They them ready to cause mayhem. Okay, let's lock that. And that is also locked. Alright, so I think for the legs, I want to go even darker. I want even more contrast in this. Catch all the things. I'm just burning through these Pokeballs. Alright, based on the angle, I feel like I want a bit of the leg to actually be visible through this gap here. Like that. Oh yeah, friend. I'm just thinking, one of the things that I kept telling myself I wanted to do after the move, once we were all a bit more permanently sorted, so not right at the moment, but soon, is I want to try like, if people want to, is like maybe collabing with some people. Like having some guests on the stream that isn't just Curls and Das. Getting like some people on to be like, hello. Maybe do like some crossovers. I did mention, I've already talked to Nemo about it, but I literally said to Nemo, I was like, it'll be after I move in like a few months. So if you're doing a stream, that might be something that we could do. Are you on your way yet? I think they are now, actually. Cool. So, half hour, 25 minutes left on the stream. Let's get this edge refined. It was Brooklyn, it was Friday, it was love. In the corner were the terrified tourists. Brooklyn, Friday, love. Tonight, Friday. Oh, it's just Brooklyn on a Friday. Just 'cause parents don't understand. It was Brooklyn, it was Friday, it was love. Let's just put this on a new layer. Borrowed song on your borrowed guitar. It was Brooklyn, it was Friday, it was love. Oh, it's just Brooklyn on a Friday. Bushwick Avenue, Bedford Avenue, Franklin Avenue. I'm on my way, where are you? Don't try to fight it. Oh, it's just Brooklyn on a Friday. Apologies if I'm a tad quiet. I'm at the part of script writing I enjoy, pitching scenes that I'll probably struggle to make, but hey, I like the vision. That's fine, hell yeah. I get you were probably focusing, you didn't hear what I said earlier. I said that, and now that we've moved, I want to get a little bit more settled first, but I was thinking of maybe doing some collab streams with more people. If that's something you might be interested in. Where are you? Yeah! I don't know what we do yet, I just want to do it. I never have an idea, like I said, a smooth egg, yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. I feel like the point of collaborations is like you want to combine the two things that the two people do. Like I said to Nemo, I was like, because I want to collab. I offered to Nemo, should we collab as well? And I put forward like, you know, I feel like based on the kind of games that Nemo play, they're fairly similar to the games that I like to play. So I was like, I feel like it should be like either a Monster Hunter thing or a Pokemon thing. So that I can, because anytime I'm in Nemo's chat, Nemo always likes to joke about, you know, like, oh, what's interesting facts about the Tigrex and things like that, because that's the sort of thing that I do. I like animals and creature facts, which is why I like Monster Hunter and I like Pokemon games. So I was like, I think that the last suggestion that I gave them was like, we could do like a collaboration game of Pokemon Snap where they're the one playing, and I'm like the Pokedex there of like, did you know that this Pokemon does this? It's just like an interesting little duo. So maybe you and me could do something D&D related. What if we played Baldur's Gate? Not like a playthrough because we'd be there for months, but what if we did like a one-off? Because I own the game, I've not played it. I've not played it once. Because I was like, I want to wait for the game to be more polished. Yeah. I got gifted Baldur's Gate 3 the moment it was available for purchase. And I have not played it. That could be fun. That could be something fun. Or there's always Viscera cleanup detail. There's that too, because I know you played Power Wash Sim. I know you played Power Wash Sim. I got sent that clip of you being like, the emote is sad, and then I saw that, oh, thank you, by the way, it made me smile, because I was in moving hell. That video made me smile. We could do Viscera cleanup detail, because weirdly that is kind of crossover-y. Considering how PG I normally am, there's this weird thing with a lot of blood. I blame Tala. Gore, yes. I'd have to put warnings on, but I'm pretty sure I've seen people stream it on Twitch before, so you are allowed to stream it. Especially because Twitch now has the thing where they will manually put warnings on. Not manually, they'll automatically put warnings on. I love how my stream style is either fun character-based shenanigans or 9 to 5 manual labour. Yeah. That's why you gotta find a game that's like a mixture of the two. A Stantler? I found a shiny Stantler in Pokemon Scarlet. Just out in the wild. I wasn't hunting for it. Actually made me kind of salty because I've been hunting for 2 shinies in that game and I haven't found them. Can't find shinies that I'm actively hunting for, but just finding a random wild one. Oh, yeah. You don't have the Pokeballs. Truck sim with visual novel elements, dream game right there. That's Monster Road Trip! What you're describing is Monster Road Trip! It's Monster Pond 3! Monster Prom 3 is Monster Road Trip! This is the perfect game! We're doing it. This is what we're doing. This is what we're playing. Oh my god. Okay, we're taking that off stream now. Oh my god, you can go to an anime convention with the weeb lady. How does one use not normal Pokeballs? You have to specify the Pokeball name. You do !PokeCatch and then you type the name. So !PokeCatch space Great Ball, for example. We're doing it! We're doing it! We're gonna do Monster Road Trip. We've decided. We haven't got a date, but that's going to be the collab. That's the collab. We're doing it. It's only £32 for the entire Monster Prom franchise. That's ridiculously good. How many games is that? 3 games and a DLC. Monster Prom 2 is Monster Camp, Monster Prom 3 is Road Trip, Monster Prom the first one. Oh, and there's Monster Prom Second Term. That's Jessie for you. This is true. This is very true. And they have the Overdrive bundle, which is all of the, like, add-ons. Oh, you can play as other characters in Road Trip. Hang on, look. Road Trip, and then playable character Hazel, playable character Glitch, playable character Juan, and playable character Zoe. Neat! Hazel is Mothman? Oh my god, Hazel's Mothman. I didn't know that. Look at them in the jumper! That's really cute. That's cute. Would you play as Glitch? If given the choice. Would you play as Glitch? Very good. And then Zoe the Weeb. This is what Nemo would play as. This is Nemo. Okay. Oh my god, that's so good. Oh my god, is Monster Road Trip gonna be my crossover game? Do I do a playthrough with you and then I do a playthrough with Nemo? Is that the one? Is my collab stream I invite my friends on a road trip? So I'd be down for that. I gotta get the game, but that's immaterial. So I'm not gonna be ready. I'm not ready to do this for probably another month still, because my room and my internet is not set up. I've never played Monster Prom, so I'm gonna get on it, but also, yeah, hell yes. Got this, we got Baldur's Gate, we got Good Times on the Horizon, hell yeah. I know the others will want in on it because it's a 4-player game. The moment that we're like, hey, the two of us are gonna play Monster Road Trip, I'm gonna get people being like, can I join? I'm like, this is for me and my friend. I like the idea because I think Monster Prom games have multiple endings based on how you do, and they can be random each time. So I actually quite like the idea of doing different playthroughs with different people. I think that that's a fun concept. So I can be, so if people say they want to join in, I can be like, you can join in, but on a 1-to-1 basis, even though it can go up to 4 players. I want to do it on a 1-to-1 basis. This is also a game I have not played. Road 96. Are we supposed to waste away? Empty my bedroom, throw all that stuff away. All I'm taking with me now is a blank slate. 'Cause these days are too short to live a whole life through in this landlocked heart with you.
Maybe I left here a long time ago, and maybe we both knew it. Maybe this could have been heaven, the weeds just grew right through it.
Oh my god, I know what I need to do. I need to make like a stream overlay for this bottom corner that looks like a little car. If that becomes my thing, if that's the thing of like collab streams are gonna be road trips, I need to get a little car made. God, I wish I had my notice board up on the wall because I would write this down and stick it to the wall. Because I suffer from the ADHD brain and I'll forget. All I'm taking with me now is a blank slate. 'Cause these days are too short to live a whole life through in this landlocked heart with you. I already noted it here. Yes, good. Excellent. Didn't need an explanation for us to get by. We ran around in circles and never asked why. Sign. Stay inside, got everything you wanted, now we're far and wide. Didn't need an explanation for us to get by. We ran around in circles and never asked why. I wanna be inside, just wanna go, I just wanna go. You know, I'm actually kind of glad that, like, some of the regulars, like Das and Curls, aren't here, because this means that we have semi-decided on this in secret. So we can be like, ta-da! Because I know that the two of them would be super hyped for it. And would probably also want to join in. And I can be like, no, it's not for you, it's for us. Like Dragon Age with Curls. That was for me and Curls. Special time. Sneaky, sneaky. Sneak, sneak. You woke me up from my worst nightmare. I promised you, oh, I beg, oh, I plead. The words you said were so fearful of me. I don't hate myself, I'm just withdrawing from it. Our nights to ourselves, sleep. New shit goes around, but we don't care for it. It's all the oh, what? Let's go! Hello, hello, hello. Who is this? Speak of them and they doth appear. Hello? How's it going, friend? How's it going? I miss you. With a tier 3 as well. Oh, doesn't that put my heart at ease? Here I am silently stressing of like, oh my god, this month is gonna be so bad because I haven't streamed and I'm gonna have no money. And you guys are just being so sweet. Thank you so much. Helping me get a good night's sleep. You telling people how poggers I am? I sure am. You heckin' know it. Yes, Dax, you are my little pog champ. Ah, I hate myself. And Stanchi died of cringe! Stanchi immediately died of cringe! Oh, that's the doorbell, which means my parents are here, which means I actually have to stop now. Yeah, my family is here! There we go. I got 3 hours of work in though, which is great. Because we've not been able to do work forever. I ducked my head to right for 1 second to get the PogChamp cringe attack. God is dead and we cringed him. Uh-huh. That's a great place to end. Oh, I caught him in Cena. That is a great place to end. I hate you. Love you too. Go away. Fine. Fine. I'm in the stream. My parents are here. I will see you I don't know when, guys. I don't know when I'm going to see you. We should be getting new internet either tomorrow or the day after. Hopefully that will improve the internet based off what happens today. We might get an unpacking stream. I might do an unpacking stream. Exclamation mark Discord. There's go live notifications there. Yep. Yeah, I want to do an unpacking stream, which requires us to have the room more finished, which we're going to try to do today, and hopefully have better internet. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I will see you when I see you. Bye! bye.